What's up, guys? This is Sensei coming at you guys with the weekly Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Alright, coming at you guys with a brand new one because in locals I tried out agents and they didn't do terribly, but just not the way I wanted them to. So, I'm working on something else that I worked on for a while ever since the new support came out for it. That is Darkworld. Alright, I decided to go ahead and do Darkworld because after topping and I think winning a major event, a lot of hype started getting on them. A couple people started playing them again, especially in my locals. I was thinking, hey, why not try it? I'm playing the Transfer build. Well, the Trance Archfiend build. Not the tour guide build or whatever build. Because frankly, if I did have tour guides, I would be playing them in a different deck. So, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start with the boss monster. It is Grapha. Dragon Lord of Darkworld. Grapha is pretty much the boss of the deck. What it does is, when it's sent from your hand to the grave, or it's discarded by a card effect, you get to pop a card in the field. If your opponent does it, then you get to special summon one card out of their hand to your side of the field. Now, another neat thing is that when you have them in the graveyard, you can pop them a Darkworld back to your hand in order to play it on the field. That is a very, very essential play in this deck because getting that Grapha out is a 2700 stick or a 3000 stick if you have the field spell out. Alright, there's enough of that. Next we have another essential card for the deck. Snow, Unlight of Darkworld. Snow basically searches out every Darkworld in your deck, thins it out, gets you those crucial key parts you need to win. And another cool thing is if your opponent discards it, then you get to special summon one card out of your opponent's graveyard, which is pretty cool. And plus it has a 1700 body, which isn't that bad. And I believe it goes into a 20. Yeah, it goes to 2000 with the field spell out, which again is very not bad. Very not bad is not really a word or phrase or anything. Next we have Brow, Huntsman Darkworld. This is how you draw. Discard it by a card effect, you get to draw one card. If your opponent discards it, you get to draw two cards. Use this a lot, and this is one of the key things you search out with Snow, so that you could continuously draw, thin out the deck, and get to key items much faster. Now we go to another card that I think is really, really good in this deck. It is Beige, Vanguard of Darkworld. Beige just to special summons itself when it's discarded by a card effect. One really cool thing is I use Beige in order to get Grapha out easier. Because with so many cards in that you don't want to normal summon and have put in danger of being bombless or whatever, you use this. This guy right here really does also plays a pretty good beat stick, being 1900 with the field spell out. And another card that's used for Grapha is Silva. Silva is also pretty good in the mirror matches if they play a card to try to minus you out. There you go. They don't know they're playing, they're in deep trouble because that actually sends a couple cards back to the deck. Now we move on from the Dark Worlds to Trance Archfiend, the namesake for the deck. Trance Archfiend allows you to discard a Fiend in order to increase its attack by 500. Make it a 20k beater, 23 if you have the field spell out. Another cool thing is Trance Archfiend can get a dark monster from your banish zone and put it back in your hand, which is which complements Lever. And right now I'm using 3s because I don't have Lever. And so far it's been working pretty good. Sengen searches out Trance Archfiend and I believe Brow. That's pretty much it. And I am hoping to replace it with something else. And we've got Sengen. Not Sengen. Morphin Jar. It's a Sengen target. And also, it allows you to get a brand new hand and possibly discard some Darkworlds for some effects. This card is... it can easily go as well. Now we move on to our spells. We have 3 The Gates of Darkworld. Gates allows you to get a lot of discarding out, gives an extra boost to your fiends. Plus, it also allows you to recycle cards by using them in combination with Trance Archfiend being destroyed. Now we have 2 Darkworld Dealings. Darkworld Dealings is... you use this whenever you're sure that playing it is going to hurt your opponent more than it hurts you. And plus it's a quick... plus it can turn into a +1, especially if you draw a Brow. Actually, more than +1. It's a plus. So is this card. Drag down into the grave. You have to be very smart when playing this card because sometimes you're going to be tempted to drop your whole hand onto the field in order to play that card correctly. And that can be good sometimes, but most of the time it's not worth it. You'd rather just hold on to it or just let it pass so that you can get on to better plays. What's cool about this though is you can see your opponent's hand, predict their next plays, and also hinder them by getting rid of some of their key components. I'm testing out 2-power duality right now. I'm not sure if those are working out for me. Gotta do some more play testing, see what's gonna come up. So far, they haven't hindered me. They just stayed in hand until I ran out of special summon plays, and they haven't been that bad. Card destruction. Use card destruction in order to empty your hand, draw that many back, and possibly get off multiple Darkworld effects. If you're only going to get one Darkworld effect off of this, you'd probably be better off waiting on another card. Unless that Darkworld effect is going to be game changing. Otherwise, I wouldn't try. Got Foolish Burial to get Grapha in the grave, which is important because Grapha needs to be in the grave so you can special summon it very easily. Then we got staples. We got 2 MST, 1 Mind Control, that's Reborn, Book, and Dark Hole. Now we're going into our traps. Most of them are staples. It's not really different. Too much different from a lot of other trap lineups. One thing is I may include skill drains. I had them in originally. I took them out because they kind of hinder trance, but they could also hinder your opponent more. Got 2 Bottomless. It's gotten a little bit of popularity since the Mission priority went away. I'm going to run them regardless. So, 2 Torrential. I've had one funny play when I actually used this Torrential, and it looked like I hindered myself, but then I used Trance's effect to start cycling and then going through and knocking someone out with 2 Grapples. It was funny. Starlight Road, you have a lot of cards that want to stay on the field, so you have Starlight Road in order to keep them there. And we have 2 of the Solemn Brigade, 1 Warning and 1 Judgment. Alright, now we're going on to the extra deck. It's not that big, considering the fact that you're not synchroing and seizing is something you do if you have to. Alright, Mistworm, Stardust, Black Rose, Brio. Finally got my Brio. Love it. Hyper Librarian. Love Hyper Librarian. I'm going to be playing them in every deck that can have any possible way of bringing them out. Next, we have our Seas, which is 2 Utopia. You have a lot of low 4s in here, and if they get stuck on the field, Why not turn them into something bigger? And we got a Utopia Ray. You mind control somebody else's Utopia, turn it into a Ray. They don't get anything back, and you get to attack with it. One Leviathan, 25 speed stick or 3000 if you really need it. And Essicle. If you really need to push for the game, go ahead and play this guy out, push, and be over with. Alright, and that's the deck. So our Darkworld. Now, I have a couple questions for you guys. Do you think that Darkworld is really good, is really going to be okay when the next set comes out? And even beyond that, Return of the Duelist. Post your predictions down below. Let me know what you think. Personally, I think Darkworld can be okay, especially if they can adapt, and even if they get even a little bit of unrelated support. Unrelated support could work. Direct support, like something that's almost like specifically made for it, would be awesome. But post down how you think it would do down below, and also, what do you guys think about playing rogue decks and beating highly competitive decks? Darkworld, even though it's topped and show a lot of business, I think it'd still be called rogue deck. So tell me what you guys think. Alright, peace out, YouTube.